All right, I'm back. The stream has started.
Yeah, he has. Okay.
Yeah, we're already in
The
the
game
game. They're already
already
banning.
now. They're already banning now.
You're not. You're not seeing the banning face.
Why in the
No, we're in
draft
the banning
already?
phase.
Bro.
It sounds
Yeah,
like you are
respect.
hearing us like after 2 seconds that we've said something.
Oh, you're not in the lobby yourself.
What we're seeing right now. So
Uh,
we have an Anzo and an Hayabusa ban, a 1-1 ban, which I don't understand where that is coming from. Maybe there's a 1-1 player on the other team, and then a Sicilian ban. So you can proceed with the picks.
definitely with the picks. Okay. So we can.
Um,
What happened?
yeah, yeah, I was using the wrong internet service, so my system ended up lagging.
Exactly. I was. Uh-huh. I said that there was like a lag or something. Like you could hear us, but it was like 1.5 seconds later before you responded.
Okay, well,
Mm.
everything should be fine now. The audience should be seeing this gameplay screen. We do have a Lilia, a Yuzhong, and a Beatrix pick, and a Lucas, and a Clint, and a Johnson. That's actually something I did not expect. What do you guys think about this pick so far?
Honestly, I like the fact that they have a lot of sustain with the airbag on the Johnson, that passive, and then we also have the Lucas as well, the unleashing the beast, and then we also got a lot of sustain too on the other end. You have the Yu Zhong with the Sha Residue and the Sha Essence. That's a very good frontliner there. But then again, in terms of frontliners, we've not seen the remaining two picks of the blue team, but so far so good. A Lucas and a Johnson is a very solid one. They're really gonna help this Clint. But what do you think, Emmy?
Personally, I am never comfortable with a Johnson roam. It's usually chaotic and how do I put it? It causes issues. Like even if he takes someone around the map, they're missing out on gold and everything. And that doesn't really sit well with me. But let's see what he has for us.
I think you would be surprised in this game because this might not be a Rome Johnson and might actually be a mid lane Johnson. Because if you recall, when we were setting these roles, Mickey Lolo was actually
Yeah.
a mid laner for the team on the red side.
Oh wow. Uh, I, well, I don't know what's going on because we have someone else trying to pick Aurora right now.
Yeah,
So it's a bit confusing.
maybe there's like a bit of discord in the team selection
Yeah.
order, but like Johnson can go in the room, so there's no problem. I just have experience seeing Mikelolo playing that Johnson in the mid lane.
As a glacier's heart.
Yeah,
But
Personally,
and we also
correct.
got a Kufa. Yeah, a Kufa is a very nice one against the Guinevere. The special migration can be difficult to use when that Kufa is in that is S2. So a pretty tactical move there from Jojolion.
Well, I don't know. Does Kufra S to stop Lucas dash?
Yes, any blink skills are actually prevented once he's using that skill.
That's nice because Lucas is usually CC immune, but I don't know. We'll see how
yeah, I'm
that
not
works
sure
out.
about that. I think like Lucas can, because he's also stunning the Kufra and has that CC immune.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I don't.
for the S1, no, but for the S2, that's the flash step.
Yeah.
Kufra can actually prevent that because he's not actually CC immune there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. But I do actually have to lean in the favor of the blue team here because they do have more of a balanced structure. A lot of damage coming in from that Beatrix and Lilia. You even have a Yuzhong and a Paquito. The front line would be lacking a little, but when you're facing heroes like a Johnson and a Lucas, you kind of can compromise on that a bit.
Yeah.
5 seconds till the enemy
Yeah,
And I like
definitely you can.
battlefield. Smash them.
Go ahead, Emmy.
Yeah, definitely you can compromise a little bit on that. We can see Jojolion there not helping his jungler. I don't really know what Valerian play he's here. Is he pushing for an early invade? Okay, he has returned back to the jungle. But Jojolion here trying to give vision and this buff. That's actually what a Roma should do. But then again, the Kufra not having enough damage in the earlys yet. Right now, really just prioritizing vision. Godspeed will walk into that one. Harmless though. Jojolion doesn't have his S2 to do much, right? Still in S1. It's still the early games. So there's not really much going on right now. But what do you think about that rotation there, Emmy, from Jojolion?
I think giving enough information to his own jungler that the enemy jungler is starting from the blue buff is actually pretty nice. He doesn't necessarily have to engage, and as you can see right now, he's giving vision on the red buff too. So, and he's delaying him. So I think that's nice.
Yeah, the Johnson actually gave Guinevere a jump start on that buff there, and Kufra just
Yeah.
providing all that information for his team so you can like tell where they're going. But right now, I think he's actually planning a gank on Izumi here in the gold lane.
Yeah, definitely planning a gap there, but just that S2 is alone, but we'll find that one. That God gets the first blood. Not a good look right here for the Lucas. It's not really a good look. Mjolnir though, still uncertain whether to enter that push, but we'll walk into that one. The concussive blast will come up. Kufra trying to raise his hybrid defense here, misses the S1. Izumi maneuvers that move there. The turtle will spawn. Still not poking hard enough. This Kufra still playing it passive, just providing enough information for his marksman to make sure that Beatrix farms enough, Striker farms enough. But the mid lane, the waves have come in, the concussive blast, that was a can creating his hybrid defense once more. Jojolion on the mid lane, but his jungler way ahead of him already on this Torto. Valerian here, Torto already half HP, dead god, pushing it through like an EXP shoot, zoning them out. Jojolion preventing that move from the special migration. The Guinevere doesn't have it, the Black Dragon form comes out from Yuzhong there. Valerian finds one. Guinevere goes down, dead god, not satisfied, still willing to get one more. Pushing it out, really gaining the advantage here. The Black Dragon form, the Dragonoid form, gives him a lot of sustain in the earlys, and he's really maximizing it. But then again, let's talk about our total dance, Emmy. What do you think about that total dance? We saw the jungler getting way ahead of the Roma and just going for that objective. But what do you have to say about that?
I think they lost the total fight, yeah. But after that, the enemy team decided to collapse. The blue team decided to collapse on the red team because they are using, like I said, a Johnson that doesn't have a definite CC, and that showed a little bit, and they were able to pick them off one by one. And we have Kufra here engaging on Clint.
Goes down, right? That was pretty. Yeah, that striker. I like strikers. This thing here. It's just that they're using a purify. Pretty sure that's against that Johnson there. But still, what do you say about these two purify on both players?
I think it's to prevent the Guinevere from catching them off guard, and it's actually wow, okay. I would just have Paquito rotate down.
Wow.
That was
not expected. Did not expect that damage.
Yeah, that damage was definitely not expected.
Yeah, but I definitely agree with Emmy here that purify is mostly for the Guinevere, because for Johnson, you're going to mostly be worried about outmaneuvering him, and no outmaneuvers there.
Yeah, definitely gets caught in it. Death God will fall to the Violet Requiem. But that's retribution from the Guinevere. Godspeed, not willing to commit to that as well. The turtle has spawned, and this Guinevere Aizen heading towards them. The special migration on the creeps, but this Beatrix way ahead of them. That is one thing I love about the blue team. They understand that when that objective is out there, that is where you need to be. Unfortunately, Valerian's positioning right now on the map is not something encouraging. Already way ahead of him, this Guinevere Aizen, knowing that he should be at that turtle, unfortunately still not there as well. Valerian will beat him to the positioning there. Destiny will find the frigid glacier, but the Purify comes through for him there. Full throttle, Elbag comes from the Johnson. As the Johnson almost goes down, but will escape. The Raiders are passing from Striker, not finding that value there. Aizen finds one, but then again needs to get out of this. That was a dangerous one. Valerian, where the time stands. Jolian finding another with the concussive blast with the special migration will get Guinevere out of there. The creep, the invade Striker wants to get that buff out to reduce the farm of Aizen, but they will contest that. Jolian, the special migration misses. The Guinevere not willing to let it go. Super magic on Aizen. Full on throttle comes in from Mjolnir as Valerian gets one. Takes down Aizen. Mjolnir revenges, but Valerian will get a double. Godspeed unleashes the beast. Striker will keep his distance there. As the Black Dragon form comes in from his EX, the counterpart Striker will take down Godspeed, but the turtle has already been taken. That was a very brilliant team fight. I love the fact that Aizen didn't just give up on his objective and, still contested. But what do you think about that defense, Emmy?
Personally, I think we can see the effect of a ragtag team that don't really have synergy together. Because after that turtle, we saw Paquito and Kufra chasing after Guinevere, and if Paquito would have waited like a little bit longer, he would have actually killed the Guinevere. But he went back instead, and I believe that was a bit of a miscommunication between the two of them. And if they can work out that better, I think they already have the lead in the terms of gold. They are almost like they are 4K gold ahead, and that's a lot in the early game.
What I do like about that, but there's a fight starting now.
Yeah, definitely fight starting now. The frigid glacier will miss Mjolnir in a dangerous position right now. Striker with Bedroom right now finding one, not comfortable enough. The special migration, Aizen finds Striker. That Purify not available for Valerian with the camp down. No willing to let that one go, but we'll find the knockoff. Misses there. The Draconoid form comes in from Dead God. He will get out of there before that could be risky. The objective is now available. Valerian understands that, and he goes for the objective. They have the advantage. Aizen is still dead. That Retry is on cooldown. Valerian also as well. But the fact that Valerian is dead, the full-on throttle is available. He will pick up his jungler to approach that turtle, but then will be taken already. But then we clash with the full-on throttle. Aizen now finding that special migration. The Kufra will make it difficult for her as Aizen goes down. Izumi follows as well. Bad positioning there. Mjolnir will abandon his marksman like a Roman should not. I don't really know what's up with this Johnson here, but then this Johnson, I don't really know his play. I mean, you said this, Emmy. You said that, you don't really like a Johnson, the whole messy and chaotic thing, but really, I think it's starting to affect them. But what do you say about this, man?
I think early on, it's okay because you get to drive around and scare people around the map, and we have them 3-man ganking on Paquito, but he's able to hold his ground.
They're definitely able to hold his ground there, but not willing to give up there. This goal from Frigid Glacier comes in from the Aurora as well. The mid lane is getting hot. Valeria not finding another half HP right now. Striker with Nibiru wants to push that mid lane, pushes that mid lane. Nibiru's Spatron not available right now. Gonna use it there. Striker will farm as much as possible. Dead God's positioning. I don't really know what this EXP is up to, but he really should be clearing his lanes right now. Valerian as well, still trying to make sure the waves are on their advantage. But look at this positioning there on both maps. Look at the macro management, the wave management on the team still. What do you have to say about this?
I really like the way that the blue team is managing the map here. You can see that when they play their fights, they are instantly looking for conversions, which is a mistake that a lot of players actually do make in organized 5-man games. They're only go for the fights over the fights over the fights, and then they actually never convert. But you see, like they've already taken all of the tier 1 turrets and tier 2 turrets in the top lane. So now they actually really control the map. They can just confidently wait around. They can try some invades, especially taking that mid lane tower. It's actually opened up the map for them a lot. And the only hope that they actually do have now is what you guys have been criticizing the most is this Johnson. Is the only one who can actually take them around.
He's not doing it. He's not even doing his job as a tank. He took Gwenevere for a ride around the base like 10 times. And when he was supposed to give vision to his jungler in his red buff, he was not there. And now we can see that Pakito just two-shotted Gwenevere in our own red buff.
I mean, definitely the fault of the Roman there. Valerian will secure the objective though. The full-on throttle comes in from beyond. I don't know who he wants to carry, but I still think that Odette ban from the blue team was a valid ban. Valerian gets a killing spree though on Godspeed. This jungler still keeps styling up there. Destiny, dangerous position there. The Cobra will find him, but then again, the Tyrant's Rage does not connect, not willing to invest that yet. As Valerian will invade the purple buff of the Gwenevere. The Roma still doing nothing. The tattoo on the mid lane goes down. Dead God and Striker absolutely stealing turrets right now. The Lord will approach from the top lane. The blue team styling on the advantage right now as Jolion finds the way it clears with support from Valerian.
Bruh. That was an absolutely masterful flicker there from... Actually, it was not even a flicker from Jojolians there to catch that team of God, but you see another fight now.
Yeah, definitely another fight as well. Black Dragon comes out already, he finds the backline. That God doing what an EXP should.
Oh my God.
From Valerian, finding two. It's a 4-for-none trade in favor of the blue team. In the danger position, Izumi will poke with a grenade from Batman for the base. That God knows what matters as the blue team secures the first win. Wow, I like the fact that the EXP knows that, okay, I mean, there's just one person left, so, you know, let's just take the base. There's no need to engage in unnecessary fights. They're going to respond soon, so let's just do this. I mean, what do you have to say about that, Emmy?
I think what I said is very evident right now. If we can see that even though Johnson got the MVP, I don't know what's wrong with MLB's rating, but we can see that it was mostly the problem in that match. I don't understand why he picked Johnson or why he was playing like that, but personally, I am never comfortable with the Johnson room. What do you think, Stu?
If you've been in the WhatsApp groups and you see the way I communicate, I put out a list of cancer heroes earlier. I know this might be a bit controversial, but Hanabi, Chang, or Chenji, or whatever, like however you pronounce that, Johnson, Argus, anyone who plays that, you don't deserve to win. And I did get some backlash for that Johnson statement, but like we see here, you actually do have a very specific way that you need to play the Johnson to provide the kind of value that you need from a regular roam. And he just wasn't playing that way. He was actually just playing for the engages, and meanwhile his team actually needed more of the map control. And it actually led to that downfall.
Yeah, and I don't know what that Paquito was on, but he was smoking them. God.
Yeah, I should have taken a look at the emblems here, because this build does not do justice to the amount of damage that Paquito,
that damage was
dealing out.
That damage was way too much.
Definitely way too much. I love the fact that the guy, knew what to do and when to do it. I mean, he knew when the kills mattered, when the invade mattered, when the objective mattered. Like, the guy was just someone that, okay, he told his jungler in the early and he said, okay, look, bro, I know you can help me with the early game farm in the jungle, but just go get me enough vision. If I can see where their enemy jungler is, then I can know where to start my invade and how to coordinate my gang. And that's something that the Kofra understood well and the Kofra executed well as well. Stopping that special migration from the Guinevere, we saw that happen in the first, Turtle Dance. We saw, the Valerian taking advantage of that as well. And we said this, we talked about the fact that, Kofra S2, is a very, Kofra pick was a tactical pick. We talked about it in the draft, Emmy. We said it was a tactical pick against those heroes with mobility that don't have control immunity. So that was something that they had it coming. So that was something they had coming. I think that concludes my comments on that match overall.
And again, the only other person that could have probably helped their team to drag out the game longer a bit was probably Clint. But I don't think there was ever a time that Johnson rotated to go to the gold lane to support him or try to get a kill on striker so that their gold laner could have an upper hand. I mean that snowball from the gold lane was going on, and then they were losing the turtle fights too. So what they should have done was give up on the whole turtle fight of the thing and collapse on just a single lane to build pressure on that particular lane, and then whatever gold you can get from there, then you can use it to sustain yourself long enough to be able to have a fighting chance. But well, what's done is done.
Yeah, what's done is done indeed. But let's hear your conclusion of the match, Steve. What do you have to say?
Go ahead,
I
Steve.
believe you guys have actually touched the majority of the points. We saw an unbalance from both teams because these aren't actually squads. This is a test performance that we put up to just give a preview for what the tourney is going to look like. And I think it went pretty well, other than like the hiccup from my side with not connecting to the proper internet service provider. But other than that, yeah, I think this game went pretty well to showcase what we have in store for you guys with the Gauntlet 12. We actually only planned one game for this, so this isn't like a proper best of 3 series, and we're about to put an end to this. So thank you to my fellow co-commentators and co-hosts for coming here. That is Emmy and Black Matter. And yeah, you do have a lot of fans in the comment section, by the way, Black Matter. They are really commending the way you're doing commentary. So as you can see on the stream, my squad member is inviting me. I probably have a screen right now. I'm going to end the stream.